Arsenal have just lost to Everton 1-0. And yeah, let's just get straight into it. That's right, guys. Arsenal have just lost to Everton 1-0 at Goodison Park, and a huge blow in our title race. We'll try to dissect everything. I'm doing off this top of my head, so hopefully I remember everything. Let's talk first about Everton. Okay, they got Sean Dyche has come in, and everyone knew about the manager bounce. And I was thinking, hopefully, it's not going to come into play. But my God, did it come in today? Everton were completely up for it. That midfield they put out today, three strong physical midfielders. They doubled up on our wingers, and it's the same template that Newcastle laid out for the rest of the league to use to play against Arsenal. If you just double up against Arsenal's wingers, it literally cuts our creativity. And that's exactly what Everton did. Anytime Saka or Martinelli had the ball, there were 2 to 3 Everton players on them, and honestly, we just had no creativity. And I just it was a very frustrating game. I think Martinelli, there was a debate for me personally where I really felt that he shouldn't have started today. And in that first half, he just wasn't good enough today. He didn't look sharp. He didn't look confident. He didn't want to beat his man. And I felt maybe Trossard should have started this game. And if not started, at least really come on earlier. And when he did come on, he did look a bit better. But overall, it wasn't just Martinelli. The whole team didn't play well today. Ben White didn't have a good game today. Zinchenko, surprisingly, in the second half, first half he played well, but second half he didn't play well, especially in the last few minutes. Come on, man, you've won the Premier League and you're falling for these tricks by Mopé, winding you up, wasting time. And that was very frustrating. But overall, look, we just didn't play well enough today. Everton looked completely up for it. They absolutely bullied us from minute 1 to minute 90. They looked up for it, and honestly, some of our players today just had really bad performances. A talking point has to be that Thomas Partey substitution. It didn't make sense. Obviously, when you look at Everton's three midfielders, three mobile, physical midfielders, and you're bringing off Thomas Partey for Jorginho. Yes, I understand Jorginho's Premier League experience, but in that game, in them circumstances, it wasn't the right decision for me personally. Now, we don't know if it was because of an injury, or obviously there were doubts of Thomas Partey even playing, because after the Man City game, he did go off with something to do with his rib. So maybe Arteta took precaution on that. If that was the case, I agree, maybe he's right taking him off. But if it wasn't because of that, and he just felt that Thomas Partey wasn't having a good game, then it was completely the wrong decision to do that, because this game was not meant for Jorginho, especially when you look at the intensity Everton were playing, and it showed throughout the whole game. Even when Jorginho did come on, he just didn't look that good today. He was misplacing passes. I know a lot of fans might scapegoat Jorginho today. I'm not going to do that, but I just feel like today wasn't the game for him to come on. It just didn't suit him, and effectively did cost us. I'm going to talk about that first Everton goal. Yeah, Martin Odegaard, what are you doing defending like that? Literally, he was just holding hands with I forgot his name. He's literally holding hands with the Everton defender, and the guy just goes on and scores. And that wasn't the first instance. There was another corner before that in the game where Odegaard did the same thing. He just doesn't want to head of the ball. He just looks at the ball, tries holding the Everton player as long as he can, and hope he misses. So he never challenges for the ball. And I don't know why Odegaard is going up against a big 6'4" Everton defender. It literally is a mismatch. I don't know why someone else isn't replacing Odegaard in terms of who to defend on that corner. And it was just Everton were a constant threat at those corners, and eventually they were going to score, and they did score. Look, they deserved to win today. They played much better than us. We played so crap, so sloppy, took way too long on the ball sometimes. There were moments where Ben White and Zinchenko could have easily just gave the ball to out wide to Martinelli or to Saka, but they just put the foot down and just waited. I don't know what they were waiting for, and it just meant the Everton players were able to get back into the shape and just make it harder for Arsenal to go into attack. So that was one talking point. I'm trying to think of other things. Now, yeah, that is a really big talking point. The gap between first and second has been dropped now to only 5 points. Now if City go win their game against Tottenham, which they probably will, it will go now down to 2 points, whilst remembering that we still got Brentford next as well as Manchester City. So it's a long season second half of the season Arsenal have, and we need to win these games, especially those games we don't play well today. I think Eddie Nketiah didn't have the best of games today. I'm seeing a lot of fans talking about should Jesus come back into, when Jesus is fit, should he be able to walk back into the team? 100% he should. Okay, Jesus is, his quality is incredible, and in these types of games Jesus' quality will show. I really do feel if we had a player like Jesus today, he could have made a big impact. It's not just about Jesus' goals, it's about off the ball. Like, he's almost like a number 10, and he can drop in deep and create for Arsenal. And you can see ever since Jesus has gone injured, the players of the likes of Martinelli and Saka haven't been playing too well, especially Martinelli. He suffered the most. Saka, I feel like he's remained the same, but Martinelli has really suffered the most. And I think another talking point is Granit Xhaka today. I think Granit, in these games, look, Granit Xhaka has had a brilliant season, but in these games I feel like when there's so much pressure, the game's so intense, and you just need a bit of magic, or you need your players, to offer something different. I feel like these are the games where it really highlights Granit Xhaka's deficiency. Like, there were moments where I felt like I was just pulling my hair out, hoping Granit Xhaka, please, like, do something with the ball, dribble with the ball or something. It's just, he's so, it's not nothing against him. It's just, unfortunately, we do have to improve that left-sided midfield. We need to bring in someone more agile and a bit more creative, because Granit Xhaka is very limited when it comes to those opportunities. He's very like when it comes to the wing play, or when it comes to combining, he's okay. But sometimes there are moments where it just like he's too static. Like, he can't dribble past a play. He can't, like, create that moment of magic, which I do feel like Arsenal do need. You can see that's why Jesus brings, and you can see how much of an impact that makes for Arsenal. So I do feel like that is a talking point. In terms of positives, there's not many positives. I would say Fabio Vieira looked quite good in his cameo. Odegaard didn't play too well today, so seeing Fabio Vieira come on, he played good for a few minutes, when he did come on, so that's a positive. Tomiyasu, he played okay when he came on. Trossard did okay. Maybe he should have scored a goal, but honestly I do feel like Arsenal do need to bounce back, because Manchester City are now, they can sniff the blood, honestly, and you don't want Man City even having a whiff of that blood, because they will turn it on and they will go on that 15-game winning streak and probably end up winning the league. But it's going to be a long season, and hopefully we do bounce back against Brentford, but it's going to be a long week as an Arsenal fan, hearing all that media talk, everyone talking about Arsenal, about how they all knew that we were going to crash and burn. But yeah guys, that's the end of today's video. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you guys next.